An overview of RMI applications. An RMI distributed application that uses the RMI registry to obtain a reference to a remote object in Java remote method invocation. Here you can see an RMI distributed application that uses RMI registry to obtain a reference to a remote object in an overview of RMI applications here. RMI applications often comprise two separate programs, a server and a client. Typical server programs create some remote objects, makes references to this object accessible, and wait for clients to invoke methods on these objects. A typical client program obtain a remote reference to one or more remote objects on a server and then invokes method on them. RMI provides mechanism by which the server and client communicate and pass information back and forth. Such application is sometimes referred to as distributed object application. Distributed object applications need to do following: locate remote object. Applications can use various mechanisms to obtain references to remote objects. For example, an application can register its remote objects with a simple naming facility, the RMI registry. Alternatively, an application can pass and return remote object references as part of other remote invocations. Next point is communicate with remote objects. Details of the communication between remote objects are handled by RMI. To the programmer, remote communication looks similar to regular Java method invocations. Next point, load class definition for objects that are passed around. Because RMI enables object to be passed back and forth, it provides mechanism for loading an object class definitions as well as transmitting an object data. This illustration depicts an RMI distributed application that uses RMI registry to obtain a reference to a remote object. The server calls the registry to associate or bind a name with the remote object. Clients look up the remote object by its name in the server's registry and then invokes a method on it. This illustration also shows that an RMI system uses an existing web server to load class definitions from the server to client and from client to server, from client to server, from object when needed. Here you can see RMI client is connected to RMI registry via RMI, and RMI client is connected to RMI server via RMI, and RMI client is connected to web server via URL protocol, and RMI server is connected to web server via RMI URL protocol here, and RMI server is connected to RMI registry via RMI, and RMI registry is connected to web server via URL protocol here. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.